Hi guys, happy Monday. So I'm trying something a little bit different this week. I really enjoy watching people's vlogs and reading vlogs, and since I've been really bad about getting videos up on time, at certain points when I'm just like tired over the weekend because of work and being pregnant and everything, I decided we're gonna see if I can do a vlog this week. We don't have anything like super exciting coming up. I do have a doctor's appointment later this week, and I sort of just want to see how this experiment sort of works out. Right now, I am just sort of at home. I'm going to be eating breakfast soon because I don't have work today. So I am the one in charge of dinner and all that kind of stuff. So I also have things that I want to get done, but we'll see, I guess, exactly what happens. I hope you guys like this sort of thing because it's not something that I've really done besides during readathons. And so we're definitely gonna try this out. So for today, breakfast is actually going to be a couple cappuccino chocolate chip muffins. There is some instant coffee in the batter for this, but it's not that much when you really consider how many muffins that you get. It's actually a recipe from a book, so I'm gonna have to show you guys that after I eat, just because it's all the way on this shelf over here, and I don't really want to get up and get it. But these are like my favorite things. They are just so good. So I think I'm gonna turn on some YouTube and catch up on a little bit of that while I eat, and then we'll see exactly what my plan is going to be for today. We are getting our house painted. So we started this on Friday and Saturday. If you guys can see, we have like the plastic up in the window. And today is supposed to be the last day that they're finishing stuff up. Half of the house is basically done. The other half still has the plastic up. So hopefully it's not too loud if I'm filming stuff, because I do have a couple things that I need to film today as well. But otherwise, I guess we shall see. Okay, so I'm sure you guys can hear the noise in the background. Those are the painters. But since I am done with breakfast, I did want to let you guys know about the series that had the muffins in it. So this is the Academy series by C.L. Stone. This is actually the Ghostbird series because they do have a sequel, or I guess I should say companion series. They overlap a little bit. And this is the Scarab Beetle series. So in this series here, I believe it's book 5, the main characters go to this like cafe that has these like cappuccino chocolate chip muffins, and in our collector's edition of the first book, we actually have recipes in the back. So this one here is actually the recipe that I do use for the chocolate chip cappuccino muffins. They are so good. I definitely use half a bag of mini chocolate chips, not 3/4 of a cup. But they are amazing, and I'm just so glad that she included these in the collector's editions. So now I can either figure out a book to read, or I can see about doing something about this pile of books that has been here for like 2 months. I have been really bad about sorting and putting books away. As you guys can see, I have piles and piles of books everywhere. Mostly I need to go through and actually do my spring cleaning book unhaul. It has been over a year since I actually went through and did it last time, and it is way overdue. So I'm actually not too tired right now. Because I'm in the second trimester of pregnancy, about 5 months in, maybe almost closer to 5.5 now, I definitely get tired more often, and it depends on how I feel that day. Sometimes I'm okay in the morning, get tired later in the afternoon, and then sometimes I wake up with like that pregnancy brain where I just don't fully feel awake in the morning. And right now I'm actually feeling okay. So I think I might try to do some of the book unhaul, pulling stuff off shelves. They're still painting and everything, so the noise is intermittent. I don't really want to do a filming video, even though I still have not filmed my March wrap-up or anything like that. But I don't know how much on and off is going to be happening with the painting right now. So yeah, I think I might try to get some books pulled so that hopefully I can fit the piles of books into the shelves. So, as you guys have seen from the previous footage, I did a lot of pulling out and moving of stuff. I feel like I got a good amount out, but I feel like I probably need to get rid of some more. I haven't really gone through my middle grade section that's on a separate bookshelf. I currently have over 50 books that I'm planning on getting rid of, but the fact that I also own like over 1,200, I think, right now, that's still a lot of stuff that I could go through. A lot of them I do want to keep. A lot of things are ones that I want to read and I'm just really behind on, like TBR type of things. Other ones are books that I just really, really love. But the piles have sort of grown because I got rid of the one that was over there. So I'm totally not done. However, it is currently like 1 something. I had a small lunch around like 11, and then I put dinner in the crock pot. So now I'm just hungry again. You know, pregnancy is just fun that way. I can't eat as much at one time as I used to, but that means I am constantly finding myself wanting to eat every like 2 to 3 hours. So I think I'm gonna find a snack. I did end up putting dinner in the crock pot as well, so that'll be done tonight. We are doing an Indian butter chicken, which is like my absolute favorite thing to make and eat. It is delicious. The house is already smelling amazing, but I need to find something to eat for now. And then hopefully I'll be able to do more things with the books. The painters, I believe, have officially left now, which means I could also film my wrap-up, but there's also just a whole bunch of stacks of books in the way of where I would be filming my wrap-up. I feel like I've been so behind this month. It's only like the 2nd week of April, but I did not post my March wrap-up. I haven't done a TBR video in months because I'm just really a mood reader, and lately it's been really hard to pick out and stick to any sort of TBR. So, issues, apparently. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I might even just pick up a book to read, but I will probably check in with you guys later. And just like that, it's 3 o'clock and I am exhausted. I really wish I could take a nap, but 1, I'm not very good at it, and 2, I do have to go to bed sort of early so I can go to work in the morning. I still have piles of books everywhere. I have some new ones here and here. Hi, baby. This gigantic pile there on the floor is actually the ones that I'm going to be getting rid of. I will do a video on that later, but then I still have a whole bunch of stacks on the bookshelves, and those ones need to go onto the shelves, but like not in stacks. But I am just so done. I would need to rearrange a little bit of things to actually make everything fit, but I think I've pulled all the things that I'm going to be getting rid of. I will hopefully film that sometime this week so we can go up later this week. I'm so tired. So I am currently reading Just Jayne by Ripley Proserpina. I'll put a picture up here because it is an ebook, but also not only that, it is an ARC copy of it. This is an author that I will sometimes read books for as an ARC reader. Some of them I have loved, some of them I have not liked so much, but I am currently reading this one. It is a standalone, sort of a long story. I don't know exactly how long, but she did say it's going to be longer than some of her other books, romance type of story, and I am not too sure about it so far. I'm about 11 chapters in. Apparently it is like a semi-retelling of Jane Eyre. I'm not the best with classics, and I read a Jane Eyre retelling last year that I just really did not like, so we'll see how that goes. My main issue that I'm having right now is, again, like I said, I'm only like 11% in, but we're getting mostly Jane's point of view, and then we're getting different points of view from the rock band that she is going to be tutoring the daughter of. It's like the adopted daughter of one of the members of the band. And the thing is, this is a reverse harem novel, so like she's gonna have multiple love interests that, you know, she can have relationships with, and I really prefer the buildup of those relationships, the slow burn aspect of basically any romance. I need to know that there's actual feelings there and stuff like that. And the thing that I'm having an issue with is that most of these guys have said 1 to 2 sentences to her, and then after the end of that chapter it'll go into their point of view for like 1 to 2 pages, and every single point of view that they've had so far has basically then been them being intrigued by her and her personality, and then wanting to sort of have a relationship with her. Like, it's going so quickly in that direction so far, and I'm not liking that aspect of it. The writing is great. I've never had an issue with her writing style, but I was hoping, because it was going to be a longer book, that we would get more of an actual build-up in the relationships, and so far I don't really see that happening. So I'm going to keep reading this. I think this book actually comes out on the 10th, so that'll be up, you know, later this week. We'll see how it goes, but as of right now, I'm not too sure about that aspect of it. Happy Tuesday. So it is actually about 3:15 in the afternoon. I worked from 9 to 2:30 today, so I just got home. I haven't done too much else besides what I talked to you guys about yesterday. I'm still in the middle of Just Jane by Ripley Proserpina. I ended up going on a like 30-40 minute rant last night about different themes and things that I'm seeing happen more frequently in these types of romance books that I'm just not enjoying. It's something that, it's not just a specific author either. It seems like there are more and more authors lately that are doing this sort of dual point of view, where I feel like the best way as a reader to connect with the character would have actually just been to have the main point of view be the female main character and to just sort of read from her perspective, because I'm not really getting much from the guy's point of view. And then it rolled into this reader group that I'm in on Facebook, and how they have this weird way of looking at reviews that readers leave. And so I feel like I might do a video on that soon, because it's just, again, one of these big pet peeves of mine of how these people that are readers are trying to police the reviews of other readers, and so that's a whole nother thing. But I do actually have some packages to show you guys today. Before we get into that, I did end up picking up The Red Swirls of Magic by Cassandra Clare at the bookstore, because today is the book birthday of this. I have been waiting for what feels like forever for this one to come out. I am super excited for it. It is much shorter than I thought it was going to be, but it is still over 300 pages, so it's not like a short book. I am super excited about this. I don't know much except for this is going to take place after City of Glass with Magnus and Alec, and so I am just super, super excited. I do remember people saying that this was going to be an adult book that she was writing. Like, I think I read it somewhere from Cassandra Clare saying it, and she co-wrote it with Wesley Chu, who I know is an adult, like, sci-fi fantasy writer. But it is actually in Barnes & Noble in the young adult section, so we'll see exactly what genre I think it will fall in once I pick this up. But otherwise, we have 3 different packages to show you. Let me set you guys up so that we can open those up. I still feel like you guys are maybe not quite tall enough, but this is just going to have to work. So the first thing I have here is from The Wind's Nocturne. This is going to be the Patreon that I subscribe to every month that does the Dragon Age pins. I know I talked about them in the Buzzwordathon vlog that I did. So this is our most recent month. So as always, they come with a couple different little sticker things. So this is like a Grey Warden sticker, and this is a like heart sticker. Looks like there's also gonna be some sort of Dragon Age pin promotion coming on soon. And then I do believe this is our April pin right here. I absolutely love the quality of the Winds Nocturne pins. I have purchased many pins from them previously, both Mass Effect and Dragon Age, before I even did this like Patreon thing. And this, because it is April, is going to be the Storm Coast. So I'm just super excited for these. I love that they usually have little bits that have like glitter in them. If you guys can see it there, it's in like the water. I just love these. And then another exciting one here. This one is from Macmillan. I do believe this is actually, I had won a Goodreads giveaway for an arc of a book, which has not happened to me since like 2014. It does happen, it's just very rare nowadays, but I'm super excited. Look at this. I have Somewhere Only We Know by Maureen Gu. This is going to be the newest release by her. And when I saw the email saying that I actually won a Goodreads giveaway and that it was for this book, I was over the moon. I absolutely love this cover as well. It is so gorgeous. It is going to be coming out in May, so I will probably be reading it this month. I'm just super excited. So this one here, it says 10 p.m. Lucky is the biggest K-pop star on the scene, and she just performed her hit song Heartbeat to thousands of adoring fans in Hong Kong. She's about to debut on the later Tonight Show in America, which will hopefully be the breakout performance of her career. But right now, she's in her fancy hotel trying to fall asleep but dying for a hamburger. 11 p.m. Jack is sneaking into a fancy hotel on assignment for the tabloid job he keeps secret from his parents. On his way out of the hotel, he runs into a girl wearing slippers, a girl who is single-mindedly determined to find a hamburger. She looks kind of familiar, she's very cute. He's maybe curious. 12 a.m., Nothing Will Ever Be the Same. I am super excited for this. It looks adorable. I've only read one book by her so far. I believe in a Thing Called Love. Really, really enjoyed it. And then I just purchased one of her other books, The Way You Make Me Feel, off Book Outlet. I had it in my Book Outlet haul, like I just got it, and I love her covers. I love her writing style. I'm super excited to get to this one. And then last but not least, we have this box here. It just says it's from the Fulfillment Center, so I'm not entirely sure what this is, but we're gonna open it anyway and see. Ah, yes, okay, so this is actually something that I pre-ordered months ago, but it is going to be the pop of Freddie Mercury at Wembley. This is one that they had the, like, 70s versions, like them from the Bohemian Rhapsody music video. These ones came out a few months ago, and we never really had a full-on date for this one, but I did pre-order it because I had to have this one. It's just so nice looking. Like, I love the pose. I love everything about it. And so this is the one I was waiting for. I mean, look at that. Queen is one of my absolute favorite bands. I just love what they did for this one, and so I'm super excited it came in. I will have to check my email. I don't think I actually got a notification that this was shipping out, but I have it now and I'm super excited. So that is all for right now. I think I'm gonna be reading some more. I really should be doing a video, but I don't really post until Mondays or Thursdays. I ended up skipping Monday because by the time the painters were done yesterday, I was pooped. There was no way I was gonna be filming a video. So I think I might try to film that either later today or tomorrow. I have some time both days before it needs to go up on Thursday. But I really have stuff that I want to read. I am not completely done with my unhaul type of situation. As we can see over here, I do still have books that are in stacks that need to be put on the shelf, and then I have some stacks down there. Of the books I do want to unhaul, I do have some other shelves I haven't really fully gone through yet, so we will see, but I am planning on an unhaul video to be up next week. I don't know if I can keep reading this book. I'm about 35% in, which again seems like it should be enough. to definitely know if I want to continue or not. I think the biggest issue I have is that it's an ARC book and I like to fully read them and not DNF them, but just a second. And I'm back. That was just the hubby calling. He's gonna be coming home from work and we were trying to figure out dinner. But yeah, so I'm like 35%, I'm like 35% in. And my biggest issue right now is that it's supposed to be a longer, standalone romance type of book. The main character, Jayne, has been in their house for, I want to say, a couple weeks, maybe a little bit longer, but they've had, like, guests over because they're rock stars and they're, like, recording an album with another rock star. And so she's been very much put on the back burner by them. Those chapters with them having guests over, so like the couple weeks that she's been going through, have gone by super quickly. Like, we haven't had a lot of details. We've had a little bit of hints of like the Jane Eyre mystery type of thing going on, but again, they're not telling us anything. They're not telling Jane anything, and all of a sudden, around 30% of the way through the book, they're like wanting to be in a relationship with her. So yeah, 30% of the way through the book, we have people making moves basically to be in a relationship with her. But again, we haven't had any sort of inkling from them to her that they had feelings for her until like right now. And then she keeps calling herself plain Jane, and we don't know anything really about the trauma that she went through. And so I just have this big disconnect between her and the guys. And then the parts that I was, you know, just reading, like at the very end of this chapter, we have quotes like, "You think I can't read you, Jane, but your intentions are clear. Your face is an open book." But like, they haven't really talked in like weeks. And then she like says something else like, "I don't get it. Why are you doing this? I'm no one to you. I'm just the nanny." And then somebody else is like, "No, little teacher, you're everything." Like, again, there has been no even slight foreshadowing of any of this except for that we know it's a romance. But I don't know, like, again, 34% in and we have Jane, "You are fast becoming the most important thing in our lives, in my life. If you don't want this, don't want me or us, then tell me." And then she says that she's scared, and then like they talk about wanting to have like a physical relationship. I don't know, I don't feel a connection to this book. It's going way too quickly for me to actually feel a connection to any of these characters. I don't know any backstory for any of these characters, and we're 34% of the way through the book. We're more than a third through the book, and the action, or like the romance I should say, feels like it's going too quickly, but I don't feel a connection to any of the characters. So I think I might pick up another book instead. I will let you guys know when I decide. Hey guys, so today is Wednesday. I just got back from work again because I actually had to get up at like 5:30 to go to work by 7, and it is currently a little after 3:40 because I worked from 7 to 3 today. I am so tired. Today has just been very exhausting, mostly because I woke up like 3 to 4 times last night because 1, I had to pee, but 2, just because I wasn't comfortable, which I think is my biggest issue sometimes with this pregnancy, just comfort in general. But you have to sleep on your side, and I am a person that is used to sleeping on my back, so that is hard. But today is 24 weeks, so we are that much closer to being done with this. And it's very exciting. Apparently the baby is about the size of a cantaloupe today, which I haven't personally bought a cantaloupe in forever, but it's like 11.8 inches on average. So this is currently what we have going on, which this is a maternity shirt, so let me tell you, you can definitely tell that I'm pregnant when I'm at work. I'm getting to the point where I'm getting very tired quicker, like when we have to put books away or even just walk on the book floor. I also woke up with a cramp in my leg today, which is apparently a common side effect in the second and third trimester, which is not fun. I mean, again, it's not horrible, but it just means my leg, that one that specifically had the cramp, is more tired than usual, and it's gonna be a little bit more stiff if I don't use the muscle very often. So once I change out of my work clothes and just sort of chill and read, I'm going to then have a like sore muscle in my leg. The good thing is my husband is very good about actually trying to get that out before I go back to sleep, and then in the morning when we wake up, because usually the day of my cramp is not horrible except for being a little bit tiring, but the next day is usually like the worst. My muscle just doesn't really want to work as well. So, but because today is the first day of week 24, we have our doctor's appointment tomorrow, where I get to drink glucose and get my blood drawn. So that'll be fun. I mean, it shouldn't be too bad. I've read some stuff online where apparently the glucose drink thing sort of tastes like Gatorade. But I'm also not really supposed to eat before we go. So it's just gonna be like a very sugary drink, and then we're doing a blood test to basically see how my body processes the sugar while I'm pregnant, because you can develop gestational diabetes in the second trimester, which is a temporary thing. You're not gonna have diabetes necessarily later on in life because of this, but it is not a good condition to have while you're pregnant for you or the baby, so they like to get on top of that and everything. So as of right now, I do want to edit the video that I filmed yesterday so that I can get that up tomorrow morning, but otherwise I DNF'd the Just Jayne book that I was reading previously, and I ended up picking up Red Scrolls of Magic. You guys probably saw a little bit of that last night. So far, I want to say I'm only maybe 3 chapters in, but I'm absolutely loving it. I really, really enjoy the writing style of this, mostly because Magnus is our narrator type of person, and I just absolutely have loved and missed the way that he sort of has this like snarky, sarcastic type of way of speaking, but it's also just like really fun. And so not much has happened yet, but like I was grinning from ear to ear when I was reading the beginning of the book yesterday, because it was just so cute and happy and uplifting, and I'm so excited to read more. I can already tell it's going to be a like favorite book. So it is now Thursday. I didn't really update you guys on anything last night, mostly because I did absolutely nothing. I was just so exhausted that I just sat with my husband, we had dinner, we watched a little bit of like MasterChef reruns, and that was it. I didn't read anything. I didn't do anything else. Today we have our doctor's appointment at 10. It's currently about 8:30, and we have to be there before our appointment, but we're also doing the glucose test today, which means I have to drink this 50 grams of glucose thing. We got the orange drink because at my last appointment they're like orange or fruit punch, and I had no idea what to pick. But we have to drink this, or I have to drink this. He doesn't have to do anything. I have to drink this within 5 minutes and then get my blood drawn within the hour. So we're gonna go a little early, so hopefully we're done with that before the actual appointment. But I will keep you guys posted. So we're actually currently in the car on the way to the doctor's office because it takes us a little while to get there. It's not even 9 yet, so there's probably gonna be a little bit of traffic. And I have to finish this within 5 minutes and then get my blood drawn within an hour. This is the orange flavor. I was very hesitant to try this, but it literally just sort of tastes like a melted popsicle, which is very interesting because it's like semi-cold still, but it's just like watery popsicle flavor. It's just like sugary. So, fun. So we finished up the doctor's appointment, and then every single time after we have our doctor's appointment, we have been coming to Sweet Tomatoes. So we have salad for me, salad and stuff for him. And then they have these like amazing muffins that I will be getting later. So good. Hi, Bibin. It's the Red Scrolls of Magic. But yeah, so I'm reading this book here, and they're going on the Orient Express, and I get to this line, and I immediately have a song stuck in my head. But for anybody that has watched The Umbrella Academy, especially the first episode, you now know what song is stuck in my head. Literally all it took was one word, and it's going to be in my head for the rest of the night. Happy Friday, guys. I was supposed to go to work today from 7 to 3. It is just around 9 now. But cramps in your legs is a common sort of side effect for pregnancy, and I had another really painful one this morning when I was trying to get out of bed. Some people, the cramps go away right away. Other ones, the muscle is just very sort of sore, and that is how mine is right now. My whole shift today was going to be walking around, lifting books, moving books, and just on my feet for like the entire basically 8-hour shift. And so because of that, I ended up calling out of work. We are going to try everything possible to just sort of ease the pain in general. It seems like a lot of the symptoms could be because the fact that we have more blood in our body when you're pregnant, but it's obviously not necessarily designated for the legs. It's going to be going to other parts of your body first. It could also be the extra weight that has been gained. I went to my doctor appointment yesterday, and so over the whole, like the middle of the 5th month of pregnancy right now, I've gained 15 pounds, which is actually not too crazy, but that could be a contributing factor. It could also be partially where the baby is sitting, or it could just be that you get cramps. They don't necessarily know why. So the fact that I've had 2 this week in the same leg, it's just really, really sore. And so I ended up calling out and staying home. I have had breakfast. I'm in the middle of the Red Scrolls of Magic. I read through page like 105 or something last night, up to like the second part of the book. I don't know how many parts in the book there are, but there's at least the 2. I'm really, really enjoying it so far. I love Cassandra Clare's writing style. I love the fact that we're following Magnus and Alec. I love their sort of point of view, I want to say, the narration. Even though Cassandra Clare writes in 3rd person, we get their personalities in it, and so far I'm absolutely loving it. I'm very much hoping to get through this today, but otherwise I don't have too many other plans, so we'll see what happens. But I will check in with you guys hopefully when I either get more of this done or I finish the book. So I finished Red Scrolls of Magic, and let me tell you, I absolutely love this. Gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. This is exactly what I wanted. It's an adventure that takes place while Magnus and Alec are on their like European vacation in between City of Glass and City of Fallen Angels. I always get confused as to what the titles are for number 4 and number 5 respectively, but it takes place in between the 3rd and 4th book. I absolutely love the writing style. One thing is I really couldn't tell that there was 2 different authors on here, which I think is amazing. It really speaks to the fact that Wesley Chu was able to really work with Cassandra Clare and get this book written. But I loved the characters. I loved that we got to see more of some characters that would be like considered, I guess, side characters in previous series. I never finished the Dark Artifices, mostly because I need to reread before I get to Queen of Air and Darkness. And I'm also waiting for the Shadow Market short story collection to go into print so I can read that, because I'm pretty sure you're supposed to read that before Queen of Air and Darkness as well. So I'm a little bit behind on that, but we do get like Helen and Aline in here, and I just absolutely love being able to see a little bit more of their characters. I just absolutely love this. We had like the perfect mix of adventure and like the battles and the beginnings of a romance, because of course we have them as Magnus and Alec, but this takes place pretty early on into their relationship, like right after City of Glass, and so I loved being able to see from both of their points of view. They are two of my favorite characters from the Mortal Instruments, and so this is amazing. I cannot wait for the next one. There's not many more words I can use to describe this, and I loved it. And just like that, it's Monday. I did not film anything this weekend. I did not read anything really this weekend either. We mostly just did errands and that kind of stuff, so not super interesting. Apparently, I'm just like the worst person at closing out vlogs, especially reading vlogs. Anytime I do a like readathon, the last day of it usually ends up being skipped for some reason and going into a sort of closeout video the next day. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know if you'd like to see these types of videos again. Subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more videos. I do have videos up Mondays and Thursdays, so I will see you then. Bye!